Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we have Nolex facing off against Alternate Attacks, the world champion from 2020. And well, all of this is in the ESL Meisterschaft, which right now is a huge German tournament, or like a league more like, which means we have a ton of matches over the week. If you guys would like to check them out, they are all getting streamed on Twitch, mainly in German though. But still, let's check it out. Let's check out this match because Nolex versus Alternate, this was a really important match for both teams in the group stages because, well, Alternate so far being undefeated, Nolex really needs to get the points to get into the playoffs. So let's get started. We have the Inferno Dragons coming in, and this is Bats. Bats so far is perfect over the entire ESL Meisterschaft like group phase. And, well, he is starting with the Inferno Dragons, going for a really nice and early blimp onto the Inferno Tower to take that down. So make sure this poison is not hitting all of his Inferno Dragons. This is one of the biggest problems for those Inferno Dragons, the poison. It is dealing so much damage. It's incredible. So taking that out nice and early to make sure that his Inferno Dragons are going around the town of poison is huge. And now we completely took out the core of this base, which means the Queen and the Royal Champion and obviously his King can now has access to the entire backend, and this so far is looking pretty promising, I would say, with still the Queen ability not even used. This is the first 3-star in this match, and obviously not only the 3-star, but as well a really quick attack. So this is how this match starts, which is really promising for the rest of the attack. So let's see how Alternate is going to respond to this one. And we have Vale coming in with the Dragons. And one thing which I have to say to all of you guys, if you're using right now ground in Legend, for example, which, except if you're using maybe hybrid, maybe Pekka Smash, but except that, especially all of the ground spam thingies, as soon as the villages are getting upgraded a little bit, you will have huge problems. So maybe just switch early and use those dragons, because dragons and Inferno Dragons are just incredible right now. Vale on this one is mixing in some bats to make sure that he can get rid of the backhand. Let's see if it's working as intended. So far his Queen took down the town hall, which is great value right there. And now the next thing what he's going to do is he's sending in actually a Hound to tank at the top side, to tank the air defense at that top side. Now the Slammer in as well. The Hound is popping, but tank this air defense for ages. And this Slammer has nice value right there. First rage. Make sure those dragons are getting into the core nice and easy with that Warden ability still not used. Warden ability now is getting used as he's engaging the enemy Royal Champion, and this so far is looking really promising. He's going to start off with the bats from the bottom side most likely because, well, that is a really easy path into the base and there's not too much splash if this Inferno Tower in the core is getting somehow taken care of with those dragons. We have the bats starting, we have the bats, he needs to freeze really soon to make sure that he's taking that out. The Royal Champion on the right side already is dealing with the next air defense. The next freeze is keeping those bats alive without any problems. So the Inferno Tower is the last remaining defense, which actually has an impact on this one, but it is going down, which means Vale is doing it. I mean, yet again, with having an overkill 3-star right here, you can see how strong those dragons are. It is incredible. I feel I don't know, it's just, you're just lacking air power, but you have to put the expos to ground, otherwise you have huge problems versus all the Queen charges. So it's really hard to decide whatever you want to go for. Now we have the next attacker on the Nolex side, and they're once again coming in with those Inferno Dragons. So we can already see a pattern on the Nolex side. Let's see how far they are going to push this. But we have the Baby Dragon funnel. We have a couple of loons taking care of this air defense at the bottom side. We now have the King already on the right side getting placed, I guess, to circle the base with the Unicorn. And now the Dragons are getting started. First wave is the loons, then the next wave is the Inferno Dragons, and then the Warden ability really early on. That's normally the way to go on those attacks, and that's exactly what he's doing. Nicely blocking the entire Eagle shots, which is awesome value for the Warden ability. We have the Yak on the outside with that Queen. The Queen is going slowly, following that King, and now the Yak is opening up the first wall, so the Queen has access to the next stage. Wait a second, this Yak is opening up the next wall as well. This Yak is insane. The Queen now has access to the scatter shot, and the Yak is even opening up in the core. What is going on? This pet is insane. Yak is opening up the entire base, and this is just crazy. The BuMm is making it, the BuMm needs to make it. There's the rage, there's the freeze. This means the town should go down nice and easy, and there are so many Inferno Dragons alive with the Royal Champion still not used, and this is looking like the next crushing 3-star for Nolex. And they're saying, hey, well, alternate, if you want to have a chance, you need to keep 3-star, because that's what we are doing right now. We have the match in our hand. But that is awesome. That is awesome to have like a team challenging the world champion. I mean, so far it's only 2 attacks on the Nolex side, but still, hey, we can let's see if it's going to work out as planned for them or not. At the same time, I know that most of the teams are kind of like not really counting on a win against alternate, but let's see. We have the royal champion finishing off the base with like a huge Inferno Dragon parade, and there's so many alive of them. This is going to be the next 3-star. I feel like still the MVP of this attack had to be the Yak. That was just insane. But we have Iron, we have Sir Iron on the next attack, and that one's going to be Super Witches. So far, Nolex was incredibly quick. Not only they 3-star non-stop, but as well they were like 3-starring really fast. So alternate needs to be careful with choosing their armies and not really tripling that not fast, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Nice and early final with that King and Siege Barracks. The Warden Walk was really for only a couple of buildings, which is great because this means this attack can be fast. Only like a 20-second Warden Walk or something like that. Really nice and easy final. Now, all those Cocoons. 3 black mines were there, 3 black mines, and now 3 red mines. Those 3 loons were crazy, getting crazy value right there. And now we have the Super Witches slowly getting into the core. He has a 1 jump spell left to open up the entire back, and the King and the P.E.K.K.A. on the outside are still pushing strong as well. Now the Valkyries, and they're going inside as well. So if there are any skeleton traps inside the base whatsoever, he is just going to use that Valkyries to completely get rid of them. Warden ability now nice and early to make sure nothing is taking damage off that town, especially those Valkyries. And now he has 1 rage left for the Eagle. Where's that rage? Where's that rage? And there we go. Okay, there's that rage to take down the back end. Really nice and easy with those 3 heroes on the back end. Actually 4 heroes, but 3 which are actually like fighting. And this is looking like a crushed base right there. And this is in 1 minute and 30 seconds. What is going on? We have an incredible fast attack with those Super Witches in our hand. I feel like this has to be one of the quickest Super Witch attacks which I have ever seen. Iron is doing it, and he is 3-starring this base, which means 1 minute and 15 seconds left. He's using that Queen ability. He's trying to push this even faster. 1 minute 10 seconds, 1 minute 8 seconds it is. 1 minute and 8 seconds he took, he has left on the clock. So 3-star this base, and now we have the next. We have yet again Inferno Dragons. Nolex really finding their style in the current meta, I guess. And Inferno Dragon it is. So let's see if they can keep pushing it. I mean, Inferno Dragons already got nerfed. Maybe, I don't know, another nerf, or Nolex is just too good. I have not seen Inferno Dragons from too many other teams yet. So that's why I'm kind of confused. But so far Nolex is 2 out of 2. Let's see if they can make it 3 out of 3. To push alternate even further. So we have a nice and early final with that Bay Dragon, a couple of loons, then the Inferno Dragons, and then the rest of the loons. So it's like 3 waves on this attack. First Coco loons, then Inferno Dragons, then the rest of the loons, then Warden ability obviously to block the eagle shots in the beginning to make sure those loons can get further into the base, can actually tank longer and trigger black mines and red bombs earlier. That is the purpose of that. Now, really nice freeze to make sure the sweeper and the multi-inferno is frozen up. He needs to, there's that BuMm to take down the town. He needs to take care of the town hall nice and early. And this is exactly what it looks like. All of the Inferno Dragons are now drifting to the bottom side because that's where the eagle is. That's where the hit points are. Now the Town Hall, he has no rage whatsoever. He needs to invest the freeze, though, to make sure the town is going down. The next freeze in the core. This multi-Inferno Tower, I feel like this has to be the worst defense for this Inferno Tower and the Sweeper at all, like, ever. Like, this Inferno Tower and the Sweeper had no chance to impact the attack whatsoever. They were non-stop frozen. This has to be the worst day ever for those defenses. Like, they have no chance to even support their teammates on defense. I don't know. Another skeleton spell to tank the enemy queen to make sure the royal champion is taking care of that scatter and taking care of that enemy queen, which is still standing in that poison. Another skeleton spell to tank even better for that royal champion. We have now slowly some defenses catching up, but hey, the royal champion in max versus non-max defenses. Well, that's a one-shot. So this is going to be another 3-star for Nolex. And I don't know what is going on. Inferno Dragons are just looking insane. I told you already in the beginning, if you're thinking about switching anything in Legend, and if you're right now doing any sort of like ground attack, that it is. That right there. But now we have another attack. Wait a second, we have 7. Oh, what? Okay, there is no splash in that core, which means no wizard tower, no scatter shots, no multi-inferno towers. So us is saying, hey, we are just going to Skelly Donut this entire core. No invisibility spells whatsoever. Queen is down, Royal Champ is down, Sweeper is down, Eagle is down. I guess he wants to take care of the Clan Castle as well because he has no poison with him. But it seems like even the explodes are surviving. So I guess he got way less value than he wanted to get. But that is some crazy creative attack right there from us. Now the Clan Castle is getting looted. As I said, there is no poison in this army composition. So he really needs to make sure that he's taking care of this Lava Hound nice and early. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a rough time otherwise. So we have the king walking around the outside. We have the one sneaky goblin versus the, I think it was like an elixir collector or something. And the elixir collector got healed by the builder because they're kind of strangely placed on the outside. I don't know if that's on purpose. But either way, we have the king now walking and the king needs to get the scatter. The king needs to get that scatter. Warden is going down and scatter is as well. So that was huge. Scatter going down. That was crazy value right there for us because the queen is going completely wrong at this point. So he needs to save this. And I mean, there's not too much left. There's not too much left. 2 multi-inferno towers, no scatters because this first scatter is just being overpowered and the second scatter already been taken care of. So this is not looking too bad for us. And maybe he can make this work. So the blimp is reaching that town hall. And now all of the loons are slowly making their way through the base. The town hall is going down to all of the Yetis. We have the next town coming in, flying across the top side, being there to trigger any possible red bombs. But so far, nothing there just yet. Another black man, but that's totally fine. There's the tornado trap. But that is not really, like, not that huge value right there. So this is totally fine for us. And he has still 2 haste spells left. It's all about if he can overpower the backend. And the loon splits need to be great. Okay, there's some awesome loon splits right there. There's the next haste. Guys, this is the next 3-star. What is going on? I mean, you have to admit at the same time that this base was obviously not maxed. But at the same time, the entry looked just way too strong with those skeletons and the rage. Even though he did not get what he wanted to get, but he got both heroes like Queen and Royal Champ and Eagle and Sweeper. There was a ton of value, even though he did not take care of the clan castle. But otherwise, I feel like this would have been the most insane overkill ever. But either way, next attack, and this one is Bezes. And he's attacking Yo-Yo. Oh, and Yo-Yo already farmed quite a bit. So Yo-Yo has a completely... No, wait. He has not a completely maxed out base. He has not maxed storages. Which sounds not important, especially considering that it's like a clan war attack. But hey, those storages get some nice get some really nice hit points. Which means time is a bigger issue. Time is a bigger issue on Town of 14 then, because you cannot queen charge that long anymore because there's way more hit points. You guys saw probably a lot of queen charge Lalo attacks recently, which queen charged the entire base, and on the last second was like a finish, like last second finish. This is not working against max bases because then you have like more HP on the defense, which means it forces more time fades, for example. So all of those insane queen charge Lalo attacks, they're not working against maxed out bases. That's something to like think of. And now we have this queen charge slowly making its way into the base against 4 ground expos. Obviously, it's a ballsy decision, I guess. Going in with the queen charge hybrid, the first ground attack in this clan war for Nolex. And now we have those troops making it into the base. We have the Royal Champion and the Unicorn together as a combination, which is interesting. We had the Owl on the Queen, which did not have the greatest impact so far. Now let's see if those pets can have an impact on the back end, because that's where this hybrid is going. Topside wall break in to make sure the king has access to the back end, to the Inferno Tower, to the Eagle at the top side. And there is now a couple of miners and Hog Riders flying across. We have the Queen at the bottom side taking out the second bomb tower, which is obviously great value right there. Another skeleton trap is popping up as well. But now it's all about the backhand. It's all about the backhand. The scatter shot is being not that easily reachable because this scatter shot is like is surrounded by a dead zone basically, which means those hybrid troops are not going to make their way into the scatter that early. The Royal Champion is getting targeted non-stop. He needs to freeze at some point. He needs to freeze to make sure this no. Oh, yo, no. Okay, so this means the scatter is staying alive. The scatter is shooting all of those troops non-stop. The queen is going for the wrong wall, sadly. And this now is going to be close. I mean, the max cannon on the back end did some great damage to the miners to get rid of that kind of easily and quick. The back end minion is getting wrecked by those red mines, and now we have the queen. She needs to finish off the base on her own because there's not too much support left in this attack. We have the queen ability now getting used to get through the first wall, but she has to get through another wall because she needs to get access to the scatter and to the clan castle, and this is not what it looks like. And this is the first defense in this clan war in 98%. That's what it looks like. Wow, and we can see right there, this is having a great impact on having an actual max base, or like close to max base, because on a normal base, like on an average base, which you can find out there at the moment, Town of 14, like, which has maybe max scatters, which maybe even has max Inferno Towers or max Eagle, this would have worked every single time. So having actually a max Town of 14 is a great difference. So seeing the first defense right in this match, and now we have BuMm, and well, considering that we just recently saw a complete, nearly maxed out Town of 14, this is the exact opposite. We have only Town Hall upgraded so far, the Clan Castle, which is on defense, no difference. And we have non-max Scatters, non-max Eagle, non-max Inferno Towers mainly. So, wow, that is, let's see if BuMm can get like the 3-star in. I mean, at this point, most of the people would consider this as a dip, like Town of 14 against Town of 13. But let's see. I think BuMm should easily get this. But hey, let's see if the defense has some like surprise for him. But either way, the Royal Champion is making her way into that scatter shot, using the Royal Champion ability to get that scatter down, which is great. Taking care of that scatter. The Queen meanwhile is dealing with that with those defenses in that compartment. Now we have the Slammer coming in. This Slammer is supposed to open up the wall, I guess, for that Queen to make sure that she can reach the back end. The Slammer is opening up perfect. That timing was insane. That time was straight up insane. Now we have the Queen going her, like making her way around the corner, supporting that Slammer to get that multi-Inferno Tower down, and now even taking care of the Royal Champion. And she's surviving. Okay, BuMm. Oh, wow. Okay. So BuMm is completely smashing that base, and I feel like there's no chance for that base to come back. I mean, the entry, there was just not too much, like there was not enough defensive power to make sure that this could be a defense. So the Town of 14 against Town of 13 defense is an easy dip for BuMm. He's getting it done, making it as, like getting the 3-star in as he was supposed for Alternate. And this means this is the first moment in this match where Alternate is actually leading this match in stars. But this means there's like 2 attacks left. Alternate having the advantage going into the last 2 attacks and lead of 1 star and 2% overall. And now the question is this enough? Is this enough overall? We have for no legs the last base which they have to attack. We can see it right now. It's like a similar base to what like BuMm just attacked, even though this is like max Scatters, Eagle, and Inferno Tower, so there's already a little bit more max, and Builder has actually already as well. So I guess it's not that easy to compare, but still not too many upgrades I would consider if you would compare it to Yo-Yo's base. But either way, let's see if CDC Hacker can 3-star this, because this would put a lot of pressure on Alternate, because they then need to 99 or 3-star. So let's see. And yet again, by the way, we have another dragon attack. Dragons are just ridiculous right now. So we have the dragons making their way, or like first off the Queen making her way into the Town Hall. Nice and early Queen ability. Oh, okay. Town Hall's going down. Is the Royal Champion going down as well? That's the question. And Royal Champion is going down. There was a nice tie right there, making sure the Royal Champion is going down. That was great. Now the King and Royal Champion are making their way into the base. We have those troops making it into the Scatter and into the Wizard Tower, which is great value considering that he's doing a bad attack in the end. So taking care of the Scatter, taking care of the Royal of the Queen as well. That is some insane value. Wow. Okay, really great value. Now the Royal Champion trick to make sure that he's getting rid of that Bitter Hut. I love this slammer. This slammer is such a good idea. Like, now the slammer is obviously creating pathing, like pushing the dragons even further inside the base. But the main thing what the slammer is going to do is take a look, and it's tanking the scatter. One of the scariest defense to go against with those dragons are actually scatter shots, because they're dealing so much splash damage, and the scatter was nicely tanked the majority of time. Now those loons and dragons are pushing it even pushing those dragons even further into the base. The bats just started. Wizard Tower is getting frozen, making sure that Eagle has no chance as well, and those bats are looking unstoppable. This is looking totally crushed from CoChacker, and this means Alternate needs to 3-star or 99 in their next attack, otherwise they lose. Actually, just think about that. You actually have a team which 3-starred 4 out of 4 attacks, and still, yet again, they need to 3-star to win this match. So let's take a look if that's happening, and let's see if those, those bats obviously easily finish off this base. So let's take a look at the last attack, and we have Yo-Yo coming in. And this, well, guys, you know that I'm pretty good at remembering bases. So at this point, I have to give a shout out to HD Family, because this is one of the HD Family bases. Why do I remember this? Because HD Family has a really unique style of building with all of those builder huts around the town hall. If you guys are looking for HD Family bases, take a look at their Twitter. They're posting some bases for free over there. Obviously, you can get your own bases as well, but this was one of the bases which was for free on that list. So Nolex is saying, hey, we want to use some bases from Twitter because we do not think we are going to win anyways, I guess, because those bases are kind of likely that Alternate knows them. And so far, the value is pretty decent, I would say. He's taking care of the town hall, took care of a multi-inferno at the bottom side. The only question now is this enough? Is this enough to 3-star this base? The sweeper is alive, the queen is alive, the royal champ is alive on defense, 2 multi-inferno towers are alive, 2 scatter shots are alive. That's a lot of defense right there, if you ask me. But if there's someone who can do this, it is Lalo23, and he is starting with that Lalo nice and early at that top side. Now he needs to actually push that bottom side, I guess, a little bit further in. But no, he's deciding to use the haste spray at the top side. Now the warden needs to follow. The one ice hound is flying across, triggering every single red mine in this base, I feel like. Now he needs to take care of that enemy queen and enemy royal champion. That's the biggest thing right there, to take those two down. We have the multi-inferno tower. Reeen has already maxed Tesla, which means those Tesla actually hurt a lot. Take a look at those Tesla. They are wrecking those loons with this multi-inferno tower. And guys, this should be a defense. This should be a defense for Nolex, and this is not going to be a 99, which means Nolex won this match in the end. What a crazy match. 14-14 on a % lead. This is going to be a Nolex win. And yet again, I guess, once again, I guess, shout out to HG Family. They won this match for Nolex. And well, if you want to get your bases from HG Family, hop over on Twitter and check them out. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. That match was truly impressive. And if you guys would like to watch more ESA and Microsoft matches, hop over to Twitch and check out my live streams. They're in German, but still, there are amazing matches in there. This is the final score. Incredible match. And GG's to both teams. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.